Hello, everybody. Look who we're here with.
It's me.
It's you. It's Garrett Gerard from Gerard Home Inspections, and we are getting a tour today. This is such a special day, Garrett. He's taking me down in the basement, in the creepy basement, to tell us about termites.
That's where I like to take all the ladies. So I've seen a lot of termite damage doing this, and this is easily the worst termite damage I've ever seen. If you look at these boards, you know, a lot of them look good. You can get in a little close here. Like this looks okay, but you can just grab it and like flake off just chunks of the board. It's pretty, like that's not holding anything. This is destroyed. So really, all of the joists in this house need to be replaced. Even as bad as this is, it can be repaired. It's going to cost some money. It's going to take some work, but this is not a good reason to knock down this house. This is salvageable. So this is the before shot. We'll show you what it looks like afterwards.
Okay, so Garrett, you do termite inspections as part of your inspections, right?
Yeah.
So when you're going out, you said this is the worst you've ever seen.
Sure.
Typically, where do you see termites, infesting a house? Do you look for it in certain spots in the house?
Yeah, termites like to stay horizontal because they live in the ground and then they go above the ground to get their food. So that's why you treat the soil, because that's where they live. They like to stay horizontal because the closer they can stay to the ground, the less energy it takes to get their food. So usually horizontally, we see it on the joists, right? It has to get really bad before it starts getting into the wall studs. Mainly they stay on the joists. So
you look for them in the basement.
Yeah.
So what happens if you are in a basement and the basement is finished?
Uh-huh.
Are there places that you look in the basement to see if there's been any infestation? Do you check outside and then say, oh, this looks suspicious or whatever? Do they come in where there's water? Like what's the deal?
Just to be frank, it really is hard to find termites and I mean, a lot of times it's just not evident if the basement is finished, which is kind of a risk. I like it when people finish the basement, but they leave the joists open just so that you can see. If you're gonna finish your basement, go ahead and treat for termites, because it's gonna look like this before you know that you have a problem.
So in all the inspections that you've done, and I know you do a ton of them between you and your team.
Yeah.
What would you say the percentage of houses that do have some kind of termite infestation is? I mean, is it high? Is Cincinnati a high risk place?
Well, certainly the older your home is, the higher that chance is. It's really not a bad idea for the cost of it a lot of times, especially if you're going to finish your basement, just to roll the cost of treating into that. It's just such a good idea.
And then get on like a maintenance system of some kind.
If a house is less than 10 years old, you hardly ever see them because they take a while to really develop, and they kind of clear the area when they're doing a development. So it's really the older houses that you really have to watch for.
Well, and there's tons of older houses in Cincinnati, so you are looking out for that. And they typically come in from the ground into the house, or is it by windows, or does it really matter?
Yeah, I'll show you where you can really look for them. It tends to be on the joist ends. They usually come in, and of course they're everywhere here, but you're usually going to see them coming in on the joists or here on the band board, coming in this direction. So you'll see like little termite tubes like this is exaggerated, but you'll see maybe a little tube, going down, and you have termites.
How fun. This is great.
Isn't it just terrible?
Yes.
I own this place, so this is really a problem for me, but I'm going to fix it. You'll see.
Well, thank you for giving us our education on termites. What else should we know? Anything we should know about termites or treating for termites, or any helpful tips you can give a homeowner?
Sure. I say sure, and really what I'm thinking is, let me
Don't
think about
buy a building that has
definitely just get it checked out. I mean, they're not that bad. If, termites are kind of scary, but until it gets to this stage, it's really not that big of a problem. You might have to replace a joist or two, but that's just wood. It's not that expensive. This is going to require a little more.
Yeah, I'd say so. How old is this building?
This was built in 1854.
Oh, wow. Before the Civil War.
I guess, yeah.
Oh, okay, sorry. I didn't mean to put any history on you.
That's no problem, man. I didn't just make that date up. I'm really sure about it.
Well, I appreciate you taking us into the creepy basement to see all the termite damage.
Amber, anytime. It really is a joy.
And if people want to get a hold of you, I will get all your information and put it in this.
Okay.
And you're telling them maybe not?
Maybe don't.
Maybe don't.
Let's just act like we weren't here.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.